So I'm being treated like a murderer?
This is Christopher Scholtes. Right now, he's being detained by police for the investigation of his 2-year-old daughter's death. The events that preceded this may shock you. On July 9th, 2024, it was a scorching summer afternoon in Tucson, Arizona. An ongoing heat wave was in effect, with temperatures reaching as high as 111 degrees. When the temperature reaches these levels, the National Weather Service urges parents to exercise caution when leaving their children in the car. In 20 minutes, the vehicle reaches over 114 degrees. The NWS issues an excessive heat warning. The body temperature is at 100.4 degrees, experiencing hyperthermia, sweating, thirst, and extreme discomfort. In 35 minutes, the vehicle reaches 130 degrees. The body temperature is at 102.2, experiencing severe sweating, flushing, increased heart rate, and children with epilepsy may begin convulsing. In 60 minutes, the vehicle reaches 140 degrees. The body temperature is at 104, experiencing life-threatening circumstances, fainting, dehydration, weakness of the body, vomiting, and shortness of breath. In 100 minutes, the vehicle reaches 150 degrees. The body temperature is at 105.8, experiencing a medical emergency. Severe headaches, dizziness, confusion, hallucinations, and delirium. Any responsible parent knows the dangers of leaving their dog inside of these conditions, let alone their child. However, Christopher Scholtes, a father from Pima County, left his 2-year-old daughter named Parker in these exact conditions. When he pulled up to the driveway of his home, he peeked into the back of the car and saw Parker gently sleeping in her car seat. Against the better judgment of what a responsible father would do, he decided that he didn't want to wake her so that she could continue her midday nap in the car in 109 degrees. He left the vehicle running in the driveway with the air conditioner on in direct sunlight and went inside. His wife Erika, an anesthesiologist, arrived later that day. She noticed Parker was missing after checking up on her other 2 girls. She asked Christopher where she was, and after he checked the kids' rooms, he realized what he had done. They both frantically went back to his car, only to find the inevitable. His daughter was unresponsive in the back of the seat, still strapped to her child restraint system. Erika, a physician, rushed to perform CPR on her baby daughter until first responders arrived. Ambulance sirens rang as they took her daughter to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Due to the nature of the child's death, an investigation was launched. What would emerge is the gross negligence of Christopher and the astonishing enablement of his wife, Erika. On the day of the events, body cam footage captured Christopher's reaction after his daughter was taken to the hospital. Christopher was seemingly in shock, getting himself a glass of water, glued to his phone for updates. Erika texted him, asking him to come to the hospital, but the police needed to ask him a few questions first. It was here a shameful web of lies would be woven.
And then, had you done anything like this before, where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like that?
No, that's normally, I have the girls with me usually, and the girls are always, good about, like, Dad, get the baby, like, we'll all go inside together. But yeah, the only time it would ever happen would be, like, at home in the driveway kind of thing.
The AC was on.
This lie was quickly refuted by his own admission when he said that he knows his car has an auto shut-off system after 30 minutes.
She was sleeping in the car, and I had the car on, but it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved.
When the questioning ended, instead of rushing straight to the hospital to check on his baby daughter, who was fighting for her life, he went upstairs and turned on the shower. A circus ensued as he became hysterical when he wasn't allowed to shower.
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my baby.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you. That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right? We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, my whole family's gonna be ruined.
Would it be
take a
alright?
shower.
So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You can
know.
stay in the room if you want, but I'm gonna talk.
I know this isn't easy for you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. Alright?
I'm
We
trying
need
to
stand
rinse
by
off
with you.
so I can go to the hospital
but
to be with my wife.
We're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay?
Just to explain, the officers are treating this like a crime scene, so they can't let Christopher Scholtes shower because at this point, they really don't know what they're dealing with. They can't let him possibly wash away evidence of a crime, and he is not happy that he cannot shower.
Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by
And
with
I'm
you.
standing by. Why can't I take
I
a
know.
shower while you stand by? What is?
It's not necessary right now. I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower. There'll be time for that, but it's not right now, okay?
When Christopher eventually left to go see his daughter, officers discussed the inconsistencies in his story. The Marana Police Department would do their due diligence and collected security camera footage to reveal the timeline of his day. On the morning of July 9th, 2024, Christopher's two other daughters were at a trampoline park with his neighbors, so it was just Parker and himself at home. Christopher was trying to schedule a doctor's appointment over the phone, but had issues. He decided to drive Parker to the doctor's office to schedule in person. After running this errand, he drove to a nearby convenience store. At 12:07 p.m. to 12:10 p.m., security footage showed him walking inside. He grabbed 3 cans of beer from the cooler and took them into the restroom. When he left the restroom, he came out with fewer cans than he brought in. He'd leave the store without paying, and it is unknown if he drank those beers inside the restroom. From 12:40 to 12:47, security cameras showed Christopher driving to a grocery store. There, he bought 2 jars of salsa, tortillas, tortilla chips, and iceberg lettuce. He was also seen shoplifting 2 cans of beer. Each time that he went into these stores, Christopher was seen entering alone, leaving Parker in the car on a 109-degree day. At 12:53 p.m., he was seen in his neighbor's security camera pulling into his driveway. He met his 2 older girls that just got home from the trampoline park, and they went inside. Parker was still left in the car. From 2:02 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., investigators discovered that he was inside of his house surfing the web. His search history revealed that he was shopping for clothes at Nordstrom and watching pornography. At 4 p.m., his neighbor's security footage showed Erika Scholtes coming home, where she then asked Christopher about Parker. After checking his daughter's rooms, he remembered that he left her in the car. They both ran to the car and took her inside, where she lay unconscious. Erika attempted to revive her until first responders came.
What are you reporting?
She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay. And who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is she?
daughter. My daughter. Please.
And this was out in the driveway?
Yes.
Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes. Oh my God.
How long has it been?
Half hour. It was, but it turns off. I've been checking. Oh my God.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
Is she breathing? No.
3 hours and 7 minutes had passed from the time that Parker was initially left in the car. At no point did security footage show Christopher coming outside to check on her. At 5 p.m., Parker was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now that the timeline was established, detectives began asking questions. The daughters, aged 9 and 5, were interviewed separately by a detective. Both daughters recalled how their father would routinely leave them in the car. They said they'd have to scream from the car to get his attention from inside the house. He frequently forgot about them because he would spend afternoons playing video games and getting drunk. One of the daughters told detectives about his drinking problems, saying her mom would get angry at him for drinking too much. He still drinks too much beer, and he keeps leaving us in the car when my mom told him to stop doing this. That's how he made my baby sister die. Both of the daughters also said that if they had known Parker was in the car, they would have gotten her out. In total, detectives gathered that Christopher left his daughters in the car about 59 times. Then, text messages between Christopher and Erika would reveal that his degenerate behavior was not uncommon. On March 11th, Erika texted, "You haven't shown me you can stop putting the girls in danger or not treat me badly. Even yesterday, you drove home drunk with 2 minors. I've been asking for 3 years to cut back, and it's actually gotten worse. You replaced cocaine with alcohol." Christopher responded, "At least this one is legal, right? I'm a piece of shit addict, and I need to get addicted to healthy things like running again." On March 21st, Erika asked, "Why were you going 138 miles per hour with our baby in the car?" Christopher replied, "You hate me, and she was sleeping, it's fine." On July 9th, as Parker was getting rushed to the hospital, Erika scolded Christopher, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" Christopher replied, "Babe, I'm sorry." Erika said, "We've lost her. She was perfect." Christopher said, "Babe, our family. How could I do this? I killed our baby. This can't be real." Erika knew the dangers her daughters were in. Despite this, she failed to protect them. Before she started a family with Christopher, he had a daughter with an ex-partner. Today, she's 16, but she told investigators that Christopher would leave her in the car as well, sometimes for hours when she was as young as 7. During the time she lived with him, she recalled this happening many times. It makes plenty of sense, actually. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. Once I had to go sit out in the car for 4 to 5 hours and continuously had to restart the car and had only eaten once that day. She also suffered from type 1 diabetes, so this was dangerous. She described her time living with him as a nightmare. "It genuinely has changed me as a person. I will never be the same person I was before I moved into their house." She told investigators she would frequently be slapped, thrown, have her hair pulled, have her head pushed into the walls, and be picked up by her shirt or arm. In 2021, she attempted to end her life due to the living conditions. Fortunately, he's lost custody since then, and she lives with a new guardian. 3 days after the incident, on July 12, 2024, Marana Police Department came to arrest Christopher at his house. He's seen on the floor, sobbing hysterically. After saying goodbye to his wife, a family member could be heard cursing out the officers.
Between you and the court.
Can I give him a kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you. I love you. There you go. Chris, I'm gonna be here and I'll take care of everything. I love you. I love you. The funeral is Friday. No heart. No heart at all.
The state requested a $1 million bond for Christopher, to which Erika would make a pathetic plea to the court, begging for his release.
I just wanted to say that no one understands how great of a tragedy this is more than myself, my girls, my remaining 2 daughters, and Christopher. So not only do we have to move forward with grieving for my daughter, but we potentially could be losing their father. So the absolute worst case scenario for our family is if Chris were be away from us. We're already hurting. No one else shares this bond and this trauma like all of us, all 4 of us. I know the significance of the tragedy, and I don't want you to think for a second that I underestimate the impact that it has on our lives, on everyone's lives, or that I'm undermining your concerns about the safety of those in our household. So I'm just asking if you can allow him to come home to us so we can all start the grieving process so that he can bury our daughter with us this upcoming week and that we can go through this whole process together as a family.
Instead of holding him accountable for his actions, she continues to enable him.
He's an amazing father. He's a pillar of our community. He's been a coach for young kids. He's taken them to school every day. He's been the main caregiver. I work many hours, so they're all that he sees. This was a big mistake, and I think that this doesn't represent him. And I just want the girls to see their father so that I don't have to tell them tonight that they're going to endure another loss.
Mind you, her daughter died at the same hospital she practiced anesthesiology. The judge granted her request for his release until his next hearing in August so that they can start the grieving process for Parker. In August, he was charged with first-degree murder in Pima County, Arizona, to which he pleaded not guilty. As of now, court proceedings are still ongoing, but he is facing life in prison if convicted. As for Erika, she has taken an extended leave from Banner University Medical Center. Following the news of this case, calls for a resignation and revocation of her medical license have been expressed on WebMD and Change.org, where a petition is currently running.